Another breach of security at the White House. An intruder with a gun jumps the fence and is shot. Rita Braver reports. The Republican budget and headaches for Bob Dole as Democrats stall a vote. Bob Schieffer is on Capitol Hill. Accusations that police still too often treat innocent black men like criminals.
The only thing that those police officers saw that morning was black.
John Roberts with tonight's Eye on America. And recreating a horror story. Police investigate how a mother drowned her own children.
This is the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather.
Good evening. It's supposed to be the safest home in America, but for the third time in 8 months, there has been a serious breach of security at the White House, only days after security there was supposedly tightened in the wake of the Oklahoma bombing. A man carrying an unloaded pistol scaled the White House fence, got inside the fence shortly before 11 last night. As CBS News White House correspondent Rita Braver reports, the intruder eventually was shot during a scuffle with the Secret Service.
President Clinton went out for his usual morning jog, jokingly telling aides that last night's incident was just another day at the White House. But the president, who was in the residence working at the time of the incident, had high praise for the quick Secret Service response. The intruder went over the fence near the southeast gate of the White House. In less than a minute, emergency response team officer Scott Gambattista tried to subdue the intruder, who was carrying a weapon. Another officer fired. The same bullet hit the intruder, 37-year-old Leland Majeski of Falls Church, Virginia, and Officer Gambattista, wounding their arms. Majeski's pistol turned out to be unloaded. Both men were taken to George Washington University Hospital and are recovering. The same doctor who worked on Ronald Reagan's gunshot wound operated on Majeski.
But right now he's very stable. I don't think there's any danger at all.
But Majeski could go to jail for 20 years. Federal prosecutors have charged him with assaulting an officer and illegally transporting a firearm. His motive?
Like all of these cases, we have to figure out why he went and did what he did, and it's not immediately apparent from what he did why he did it.
Last winter, Majeski was fired after 6 months as a pizza delivery man. In 1989, he received a master's in psychology from George Mason University. A law enforcement source tells CBS News he'd received extensive psychiatric treatment at this health center, but had no criminal record. A member of the panel that called for the recent closing of White House streets to traffic says the group considered and rejected a plan to put all pedestrians entering the area through metal detectors.
We think it's very important in a democratic society that the people feel that the leaders, particularly the president, is open.
There have been at least 24 White House fence jumpers since 1989. And officials here acknowledge that despite the newly increased security, the building is still vulnerable. But they insist the important thing is that the system worked. Rita Braver, CBS News at the White House.
The U.S. Senate is about to pass a proposal Republicans call a balanced budget plan. Democrats call it a sham and a fraud. They are fighting a rearguard delaying action. But as Chief Washington correspondent Bob Schieffer reports, they already know the Republicans will win. Bob?
Well, Dan, as you know, this was to be the day that the Republicans put the finishing touches on their plan to balance the budget in 7 years, but it didn't happen. Why? Exon of Nebraska had the operative quote.
It seems like we can't agree on anything around here.
By mid-afternoon,